There we go. All right. So without further ado, I want to introduce Stephanie Karnick. She's the manager of strategic sales for Newsday Media Group. And I know we have some other representatives from Newsday on the call as well. So thank you everybody for joining us. And I will kick it off to you, Stephanie. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kelly. Hi, everyone. It's very nice to meet everybody virtually today. This is part of actually a roadshow that Newsday's been doing across Long Island for the past few months. We have been attending many chamber events in Nassau and Suffolk County, getting out there to meet all the chamber members, talk to them about their business. And then the great thing is we've been asking our chambers to choose a topic that they feel is going to be really important and valuable to their members to learn a little bit more about. And your chamber chose today for Newsday to speak about email marketing. And email has become increasingly an important vehicle for businesses. It's kind of been the comeback hit over the past few years. And I think we all know that, right? I think everybody here has a form of email, probably more than one. I know I have work and I probably have multiple personal emails, one that I use all the time and probably some that I use sometimes. And I'm sure that's the same for all of us. And I'm sure we're like, just like me, you're probably in your email all the time. Newsday is a tremendous user of email and newsletters. And we've been seeing more and more businesses really utilize email marketing to get their messaging out, whether for direct response, to tell their story, and just to communicate with their customers and to drive new customers, which is always critical to all of our businesses. And we have many ways to do that. And we're going to talk a little bit today about how you can integrate email marketing if you're not doing it already, or how you can grow your email marketing program, because maybe you're going out to your best customers, but how do we get you new customers, which is something that we're all always looking to do. I always start off this presentation by kind of sharing some of the new things that Newsday is doing. We are definitely a big part of this community we call Long Island. And there's a few things that we have been doing recently over the past year that we think it's important for the community in general and the business community just to be aware of. I'm going to actually start to share my screen. I promise it's not a 60 page deck today, and it'll be interactive. Please, questions, you can definitely add them to the chat, and then we can have an open Q&A at the end to go through any questions that somebody might have specific, or something that we do quite often in these meetings is please reach out. David Wilkes is here. He is the Newsday sales rep for your area. You can definitely reach out to him. I'll make sure we get his information into the chat after, and we can always set up a one-on-one, a business audit for a Newsday expert along with David and his team to kind of go through your business, talk about email marketing specific to your business, because it's going to look a little bit different depending on what category of business you're in and what your current needs are. So just keep that in mind. And I'm going to ask the Zoom question. Can everybody see my screen? Yes. Good. Perfect. That's always, then we know we're on the right path.
You're not in full screen mode though, Steph.
I'm sorry, were you able to hear? Everybody was
No, and you're not in full screen mode. You have 2 pages, at least on my screen, showing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can move over. I'm going to share a different screen. Sorry about that, everybody. Are you seeing the full screen that we're seeing on our screen?
We're still seeing the slideshow layout.
We're still seeing the slideshow layout. That should not be happening.
I was going to say, I think display settings on the top. without the taskbar.
Dashboard. Oh, here we go. It's hidden. Let's do this. How about now?
Mm. There we go.
We're
Oh,
good? It worked. Wonderful. Sorry about that, everyone. I don't love when that happens.
All right.
Okay, so let's start over with what's new at Newsday. So something that we launched last year that you may or may not be aware of is Newsday TV, and it's just something we like to share when we're at a chamber meeting as to what's new at Newsday. I do have a video, but it seems like the sound was not working for everybody. I could try it one more time. If it sounds not working, let me know.
Covering the Long Island news that you can't find anywhere else. We cover more than headlines. We cover what's going on in the doors happening. We're here.
sound's really not working. It's very low.
No. Okay, so we will just move forward from that. But I think something if you haven't checked it out already, if you go to newsday.com, right on our nav bar is Newsday TV. And it's something that we Monday through Friday, it's a full wheel. We have a full news studio here at Newsday in our new home, in our new facility. And we have 2 a.m. shows, 2 p.m. shows, and we're covering the news that you're used to from Newsday, but more on a streaming news channel. And that's something we're only going to continue to grow. And we're going to do more for Long Island and covering the news that's important to you every day. So definitely expect to see more from Newsday with Newsday TV as we go throughout the year. Something we're very excited about here that we can bring to Long Island. Something else that we actually launched a number of years ago, but we're only growing, and we're doing, of course, post-COVID, more in-person events here at Newsday. And normally I would say a show of hands, and sometimes 1 or 2 people will raise their hand. We have a brand called Newsday Live, and Newsday Live is actually our platform where we bring folks, whether they are authors or musicians, into the Newsday studio, and we invite the community to come into Newsday and actually get to watch a special talk or a presentation, an interview with somebody from somebody that they're interested in seeing. We actually have a couple of events coming up. We have actually tomorrow night, we have a Newsday Live editorial event that's happening in Newsday Studios, and we still have tickets available. Coming up June, I want to say it's June 13th at 7 p.m. If anybody's available, familiar with Joan Bates, she's a author, she's a poet. She'll be coming into Newsday for a personal talk with one of our authors. And we've also had musicians in the past, like Michael Judas, if you're a big Shots fan, who has come in for sold out shows and been interviewed by our senior lifestyle reporter, Elisa DiStefano. And those are events that we have in our studio right in Melville that we invite the community in to see. And if you've attended one, wonderful. If not, please check out Newsday Live on Newsday and see what's up and coming. I'm going to actually skip the video because it's not showing through. But again, Newsday Live, and I'll put that into the chat at the end, just Newsday TV and Newsday Live. So in case there's any events coming up that you're interested in, you could definitely check them out. So without any further wait, we're going to really jump right into email marketing, which is what the topic for today is. And email marketing, I'm sure many of you have that have businesses have a list, right, of folks that you might send emails out to on occasion, whether it's for an offer you're having, an event you're having for your business, or just to kind of stay in touch with your current base of customers. The great thing about email marketing is it's truly direct to device. It goes right to where people are looking all day long, which we all know is on their mobile device, which is the majority of ways that people interact with email marketing. It can be very personalized, going directly out to the folks on your list, or even personalized for people looking to add to your list. It's actionable. The great thing about email also is that it's direct response. Hey, we're having a promotion this Saturday, or we have an open house coming up on such and such a date. Please attend. Or hey, register for this Zoom meeting today. So you can make it extremely actionable, direct response, and you can make it a way that you can build your list as well, which is something we all want to do, is we want to build our list. And it drives traffic. It drives traffic to your website. It drives response. you can gather leads, and you can track, depending on the tracking ability you have on your website. This can really give you more customers that you can then retarget after that. The beauty of email marketing, on top of all those wonderful things to give you new lists and new leads, is also that it provides the art of storytelling. And I know that's a key word that everybody kind of hears quite often lately. And it's something that you think that, well, we just do that in social media. But email marketing really does allow you to also tell your story as a business. And that's something, as local businesses, telling the community who we are and what we do is very important aspect of our business. And the more the community knows that you're part of the community, the more somebody is interested and connected to your business, the more likelihood that they're going to be to click, to connect with you, and to become a new customer of yours. And I think that's something we can all agree on. We froze. Can you see me again? Oh my God, it froze.
Steph, you're in that,
Can everybody still hear me?
yes,
You
you're
can?
back. Yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you, but
I can hear you.
Now we can't.
well, I'm hoping just let me just take a show of hands.
We
Just give
hear
me a
you.
thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay, perfect. I can't hear you, but as long as you can hear me, that's what's key. So talking about storytelling and how to integrate that into email marketing, it's not just for social media. You can certainly tell who you are in your email marketing story. We have a lot of clients, and Newsday does this too, where you could send out emails over a period of time and have that build your story as you go through each email. I always get the question, well, Steph, how often should I send an email? And I think that really depends on what your goal is. Are you trying to drive people to come to an event? Are you trying to drive sales? Or are you trying to just connect with your audience and give them invaluable information? Sometimes people say, should I go out every day? Well, if you're doing a sweepstakes and it's a daily giveaway, yes. But if you're just kind of trying to get people to come to an event or share information, then maybe once or twice a week is appropriate. Every business is different. And something that Newsday and David and our team does is we really try to personalize what that kind of balance is depending on what your goals of email marketing are and what else you're doing also from a marketing perspective. Now, why email marketing? It's actually become nearly 3 out of 4 marketers utilize email marketing and newsletters to distribute their content. Newsday is one of them. And I'm sure we can all take a quick look into our personal emails and see all the brands that reach out to us every day. And it's always, I always suggest, hey, what are you seeing coming into your inbox? What are the best practices that are out there from an email marketing perspective? What subject lines? How do you see others using subject lines, especially some of the biggest brands out there? Let's take some of the data and the research that they've done over years, and let's integrate that into maybe some of the tactics that we're using. Or do we keep them short and sweet from a subject line perspective? Also, what kind of content do they use? Do we get right to the point if it's a direct response message? Or do we jump right into our story first with a call to action at the end? That's all strategy. And when email marketing is like any other marketing vehicle, there's strategy involved. And it's extremely important that we really think about what we're sending. When we're putting something into somebody's inbox, what is the goal? And then what is the end result we're really looking to render from it? And one thing I will tell you that I've seen over the years, and I've been in digital space for a very long time, data and analytics is not something only for the big brands anymore. Newsday works with a number of local advertisers, and data and analytics comes along with email marketing for no matter what size your company is. It's something that can be looked at for every email that goes out, regardless of what your budget was. And it's something that you learn from, and that it helps you just kind of fine tune your email marketing efforts as you go through. And something that's really changed too, you'll notice that this data really, it just justifies why email is so important to each of our brands. 61% of consumers prefer to be contacted by email, by brands through email. So people do want your emails to come through. They do want to receive that communication from you. It is being invited into their inbox every day. And we had talked about this, I talked about this a little bit earlier on, but why use email marketing? And it is very cost effective for consistent communication to your current list, but also to grow your list, which is a goal that I know many of us have. So definitely targeting to sell to your prospects. You definitely want to boost referrals and upsell your current customers, but you always want to make sure you're re-engaging with your inactive customers and making sure that you touch them to remind them of who you are and how you could potentially help them or others that your business might make sense for. It does have an impact to SEO. So if you have a strategy against SEO, there is impact with email marketing to SEO, and that's something we could definitely talk to you about if you're not aware of it already. Lead generation is always key and critical to all that we do when it comes to marketing, right? And then just staying top of mind to both new prospects and existing customers. One thing I do love about email marketing, it is low cost, but has an extremely high return on investment. And the data and analytics that come along with it helps us learn what people are interested in, how they're interacting with us, and how we can continue to make email marketing just better and work harder for our business. Email marketing does have best practices. And as you can see here, it's not as simple as let's just hit send and hope for the best. Being CAN-SPAM compliant is incredibly critical to anyone who's engaging in email marketing. If people have opted out of your list, you want to make sure that you truly take them off your list, because there are fines that can come along with that. So making sure that you work with a partner who can keep an eye out for that, who can share these email marketing best practices with you or your marketing manager or somebody who's managing this for you if it's not you. Making sure that you're on top of your list. Are you sending emails out to email addresses that are no longer being monitored, and to folks who maybe no longer even have that email address? And then it's great to have a list, and I hope many of you do actually have a list that you utilize of existing customers, but what are you doing to grow that list? And getting new customers and growing your list is one of the most important parts of any business. You always want to market to your base, but how do you expand that? This is something that Newsday does quite often, and this is one of the products that we really help, especially local business owners with when it comes to a marketing plan. So keep this in mind. I mentioned compliance. One of the most important things in email marketing, it isn't so easy as just hitting send anymore. Definitely want to have a strategy here, and you definitely want to make sure that you're identifying the folks on your email list that have opted out, no longer exist. And this is something that Newsday can certainly help you with. So how can Newsday help you? We actually have, and some of the folks are actually on this call today. We have a team of people that can actually help build what that email can look like. We can work on the creative for you. We actually, and I'm not sure if it's something that you're doing yourself when you're sending out emails, we can even take a look at your headlines and your subject lines, and we test them for you. Is it a strong headline? Is it something that's going to be spammed out easily? Is it too long? Is short and sweet the way to go, depending on what your goal is? So we start from testing your subject line to actually looking at the body and the copy of your email. We can help you with design. We can help you with creative. We can help you with keywords to make sure that your email is being formatted in a way that it catches somebody's attention, that they understand very quickly, because we all know when we're on email, we're going quick, we're doing a couple of things at the same time. Are we catching somebody's attention? Do they understand what the point of your email was? Was it direct response? What do you want me to do as a consumer to take action on today? Our team will help you from a strategic perspective that way. And then how do we target this email? Do we geo-target it, which we have the ability to do? And is there a specific audience you want us to go after? What does your best customer look like? Where does your best customers come from? How can we mirror that audience and then go out to like consumers in the same area at the same place, but who may not already be on your list? Because I always say, what's your current list of customers? You're already contacting them. Let's take them off a list that we're going to go out to, so we can go out to new customers, so we can grow your list, so we can connect you to more folks who you may not currently be working with, and add that then to your existing database as they come in, and you can kind of gain leads from doing new email marketing outside of your list. And then, of course, there's always additional products and services. If you're not doing this already, email marketing is not just about sending one email. It's about looking at it from a strategic perspective. Can I now send emails out to, hey, if somebody opened my email, that means they had great interest. Can I send that person a separate email after the fact saying, hey, you opened my email. This is a reminder you were really interested in this offer or this promotion. Can I now retarget that person that opened my email on social media or on display? There's so many other ways you can then reconnect with that original customer who showed interest by opening your email outside of email marketing. So many people don't know that's available, but it absolutely is. It's absolutely tactics that you should be integrating into your current advertising mix, because what better way to reconnect with somebody than a customer you know was interested and open, and you have the data telling you that this is somebody who you need to remarket to. When it comes to digital, the beauty of digital is the transparency in reporting, or should be the transparency in reporting. I'm sure everybody uses a different product for their own current lists, but when you're working with a partner, my suggestion always, whether it's with Newsday or others, make sure that you are getting, real-time analytics. What did the results of that campaign look like? What were the opens? What were the clicks when it comes to email? What browsers drove the most clicks? Did people come in through mobile or desktop? How much data can you gather with how that email performed? And then when you do a series of email, let's look at the data. That's going to tell you a story, and it's going to help you and your marketing partner only make those products perform better for you as you kind of go forward. And on the right here of my screen is a sample of what data and analytics could look like. And this is the type of data and analytics you should be getting from any email marketing that you're doing. This dashboard here really just shows exactly how many emails. So in this case, this person went out to 50,000 email users. They received 6,549 views, and they got 806 clicks from just this email. And this was all to new customers that they hadn't done business with, the people that were not on their current list. And then the data goes even further to show even where people clicked on your email. And to me, from a marketing perspective, knowing where people clicked on my email is going to help me in the future when I do additional emails curtail my creative. Maybe change my messaging. If I notice everybody's clicking in one area or not clicking in an area at all, I'm going to change that creative and get better and better, so my data and my analytics only get better as I go forward. And that's the goal. And that's how you use data and analytics to make your marketing perform the best for you. And that's something that Newsday is extremely transparent in all that we do when it comes to digital data analytics, sharing that with the client, but not just sharing a report with you, but sharing what our suggestions are as we go forward and how we can make things better for you. That's really important to all our partnerships that we have. So who's ready to start deploying email marketing outside of your current list and expand your lead generation to new customers? And this is the part of the presentation. I hope I can hear everybody.
Just if anybody has questions, you can just raise your hand.
I'm gonna actually unhook and try to just use my laptop and see if that'll work.
Perfect.
And there's plenty of other folks on Newsday too, that if there are any questions, we can answer them if Steph can't hear.
I can hear now.
Okay, good.
Yay. Does anybody have any specific questions about email marketing for the Newsday team?
And please feel free to put them in the chat also. We will certainly share this presentation with Kelly after the meeting. David's contact information and my contact information will be in that email. Please feel free to reach out to us. And like I said earlier, we would be very happy to do a small business audit for your business at no charge and to kind of look at strategy and talk about this specific to your business needs.
Awesome.